Welcome to Auto Foresight. For years, one criticism of the Volkswagen Atlas followed it everywhere. Not the space, not the value, the engine. Specifically, what happened when drivers asked it for more at highway speeds. That breathless, slightly strained feeling that reminded you this was a big vehicle working a little too hard. Volkswagen has clearly heard that feedback, and the 2027 Atlas is built around a single technical decision that addresses it directly. That decision involves a piece of engineering more commonly found in diesel trucks and performance turbocharged engines, and it is worth understanding why VW chose it here. The 2027 Atlas is the most significant update this model has seen since it arrived in 2017. Following teasers released in March 2026, an official reveal is scheduled for the New York Auto Show in April 2026. This is not a mid-cycle refresh. According to multiple sources covering the prototype phase, almost all of the exterior sheet metal is new, with the exception of the roofline. The Atlas keeps its trademark tall, boxy proportions. It does not try to become something it is not. For a three-row family SUV in the American market, that decision makes considerable sense. The platform underneath is the MQB Evo architecture, an updated version of Volkswagen's modular transfer system. The shift from the previous platform allows for a meaningfully upgraded electronic backbone. Multiple reports indicate the new architecture uses an Ethernet-based data network, which enables faster over-the-air software updates and more sophisticated processing for the driver assistance suite. For a vehicle likely to be kept for 7 to 10 years, that forward-thinking electrical infrastructure is the detail worth noting. But the platform is only part of what changed. The powertrain is where the 2027 Atlas makes its clearest argument. The engine fitted is the 2.0-liter EA888 Evo5 turbocharged four-cylinder, the fifth evolution of one of Volkswagen's most established engine families. The estimated output sits at around 268 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, paired to an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission. On paper, those numbers are competitive with the segment. In practice, what makes this engine genuinely different is the technology used to deliver that torque. The EA888 Evo5 introduces a Variable Geometry Turbocharger, a system that adjusts the angle of internal vanes to control boost response across the entire rev range. Variable geometry turbochargers are typically associated with diesel engines and higher-cost performance applications. In a mainstream family SUV, this is an unusual choice, and it directly addresses the complaint that followed the Atlas since launch. The previous engine's turbocharger was effective at certain speeds but lost urgency at higher revs. A variable geometry system maintains pressure more consistently from low speeds all the way through the rev range. For a vehicle rated to tow 5,000 pounds, that consistency is not just a driving pleasure detail. It is a practical capability question. The Evo 5 also features a Miller combustion cycle and a revised charge cooling system, both aimed at thermal efficiency. Multiple technical reports suggest the new engine targets a 2 to 3 mile per gallon improvement over the current Atlas's 20 mile per gallon combined figure. In a segment where buyers often keep vehicles for many years and cover significant mileage, that improvement in everyday running costs adds up. One detail here is worth pausing on. The MQB Evo platform is engineered to support a 48-volt mild hybrid system and a plug-in hybrid variant later in the production cycle. Volkswagen has not confirmed either for launch, but the architecture makes them possible, and given the competitive pressure from the Toyota Grand Highlander's hybrid powertrain, many industry observers expect VW to exercise that option before the end of this generation. The interior is where VW appears to have taken a careful step back from recent trends. The cabin is expected to feature a 12 to 15-inch central display, with physical button retention for frequently used functions. After a period in which Volkswagen's software-first approach attracted significant criticism from owners, this recalibration toward tactile controls represents a deliberate shift. Harman Kardon premium audio and a 360-degree area view camera system are confirmed for top trim levels. The material quality is being positioned further upmarket as well. Vienna leather and VTEC seating surfaces are referenced for higher trims as Volkswagen attempts to bridge the gap between mainstream and near luxury. On the practical side, The Atlas retains what has always been one of its most compelling arguments. Cargo volume with all seats folded reaches 96.6 cubic feet, a figure that remains among the strongest in this class. Third-row legroom continues to benefit from the boxy, upright rear-end design that the Atlas has never apologized for. In comparison to some more stylistically aggressive three-row SUVs where the third row is genuinely a compromise, the Atlas treats that space as part of the vehicle's core purpose. The launch timeline, according to multiple reports, points to an official reveal at the New York Auto Show in April 2026. At the time of this video, the 2027 Atlas is still in prototype phase. Pricing has not been officially announced. Given the current model's positioning and the upward movement in interior specification, a moderate price increase over the existing lineup would be consistent with what VW appears to be targeting. What is worth watching here is not just this single model in isolation. It is what this update reveals about where Volkswagen believes the three-row SUV segment is heading. The brand is not moving the Atlas toward electrification at launch. It is instead investing in a more capable combustion engine, a smarter platform, and an interior that competes on quality rather than technology novelty. Whether that is the right bet against hybrid and plug-in competition arriving from Toyota, Kia, and Hyundai in the same cycle will become clearer once buyers start making real decisions. That comparison, the 2027 Atlas against the 2027 Kia Telluride, is shaping up to be one of the more closely watched matchups in this segment this year. Which direction do you think the segment rewards, the hybrid push or the refined combustion approach? Drop your take in the comments. If you follow upcoming models like this, Auto Foresight covers them regularly.